And welcome to Girl About Town. If you've just joined us, I am Amila Scape, and joining me today is Donna van der Vat, who is a qualified professional photographer. Donna, and seeing that you've just come from a shoot at the moment, when going to a shoot, what is that one item that you cannot afford to go to a shoot without?
Besides my camera, which is obviously vital and the
Yes.
most important and financially expensive, I would say my quirky sense of humor and the way I interact with people.
Yes.
Mainly because a lot of photographers are super businesslike. They're there to perform a function. They do what they're supposed to do and they leave. But I feel like you get a better response from clients if you are relatable to them and you're funny and you make them laugh and you make them feel comfortable, because then they're more of themselves around you.
Yes.
And then you get the real person in the photograph, not the posed person that never looks really like you. So I have a lot of repeat clients because of that, because they think I'm crazy and they think that I'm funny, and they just enjoy the way that I relate to them. So that I think is very important.
And I'm sure they relate to you as well. Hey.
Yeah, they pretty. I'm not sure if they feel sorry for me because they think I'm crazy, or because they really just enjoy the banter. But they say that it feels like a painless kind of situation. So they say that it's a fun afternoon instead of something awkward, because a lot of people don't like photos, especially men. Husbands hate it. They usually have to be bribed by beers or rugby or something. And then that's what their face looks like when they get there.
Yes.
So if you can break them down and find something that you relate with them and find something to make them laugh, then it generally looks like a happier family kind of photo, or a corporate client, if you can make them laugh.
Yes.
You know, that type of thing. It just is a better photograph in the end.
Alrighty. And what's your favorite part of the photography process? Is it the planning, editing, or shooting?
So I don't generally plan. I mean, I plan vaguely, but I don't generally plan.
Yes.
I feel like when I get there, I work better on what I see and what inspires me at the time. I enjoy the photography side of it, the dealing with the people, the seeing them on their happiest days. When I give them their photos, their reaction to the photographs and how it makes them feel.
Yes.
So I prefer the shooting part. The editing part, I'm very good at, so I can do a lot in editing and create cool things. But the editing part is really, really labor intensive. It takes forever. The clients get impatient because they
Yes.
want their photos instantly, because we're a society of instant gratification. So they expect, while I'm standing there with my camera, to suddenly have printed out the photos through the air. So they don't understand it takes a few days, and you're
Yes.
still shooting, and you have to sleep at some point. So they don't understand how long it takes to edit. So the editing part is, although it's cool and it's fun to manipulate images, that's not my most favorite part. My most favorite part is actually dealing with the people and watching them grow. As I say, I have a lot of return clients. So I've done their preschool photos. Now I'm doing their matric dance photos or their weddings. So you kind of watch them grow, which is awesome.
That's lovely, man. What were your obstacles in your journey in photography, and how have you overcome them?
Well, I'd say there's lots of obstacles in photography, but for me, COVID was probably the worst,
Yeah.
because for 2 years we weren't allowed to work, so my business kind of crashed. In the meantime, during COVID, I was doing photos for newspapers and stuff like that, so going into all the different locations, and there weren't many photographers that were doing that. But other than that, all my regular clients, all my big clients, everything stopped for 2 years, so that was rough. And it's taken about 2 years to kind of
Recover.
crawl back to where I was. And I'd say another obstacle to photography would be the fact that you can't help everybody. So many people want to book you, and you can't be everywhere all at once. So although you like, say you book a client, and then a second client comes, and you prefer the second client, but you've already booked the first client, so it's ethical to keep the first client. So I say that's a bit of a downfall, especially in busy times, because too many people come to you. But then we've got like a network of, I'd say, old school photographers who've been with me. Like, I've been a photographer now for 17 years.
Oh.
So there's been a lot of photographers that have been around for 17 years. We kind of keep connected and we share people if we can't do things. But there's hundreds and thousands of people with cell phones now. They go to Macro, they go buy a 10,000 Rand camera bundle, and they're now photographers. So that's a huge obstacle because they're offering photo shoots for 100 Rand, which is completely out of our league. We can't compete with that. Besides the fact that we've studied the years of experience, the cost of our equipment, everything like that, it's just not comparable. So you always want the clients ask you, oh, no, but this guy I was offering at 200 Rand, and you can't compete with that. So I always say that there's a Woolworths client and a Checkers client. Woolworths clients don't shop at Checkers, and Checkers doesn't shop at Woolworths. So the 200 Rand clients and the 100 Rand clients, they have their photographers and we have our photographers.
Right.
But that pool of new photographers coming in, young photographers with cell phones, cheap cameras, that type of thing, no experience, they are kind of overtaking the market a little bit, and then upsetting the client because they're getting bad results. And then we're there saying, hello, you should have picked us the first time. So that's a huge obstacle.
Right.
And I don't know how to fix it, but that's a huge obstacle.
I think you'll get there.
We'll figure it out eventually.
So you have a project that is taking care of patients at Livingstone Hospital the best way you know how. Tell us more about it, and how can the average person lend a hand?
Yes, so volunteer work is really big for me. Just before COVID, I had a provincial hospital project that I did where I upgraded provincial hospital mental health because mental health is very important to me. And once that was finished, I recently was in hospital for concussion. And I was in hospital for 2 months. And while I was there, I noticed that even though I don't have family and people to visit me, there were other patients who didn't have anybody visiting them. And they didn't have like pillows or blankets or snacks or anything really nice that they could, have. So then I thought to myself, that's like really sad. Imagine how sad that must be for especially the younger people and the people from out of town, because there's really nobody that can visit them. So then when I booked out, I thought to myself, I've got to do something, but I can't afford to do it myself. So I put a post on Facebook like I did with the provincial thing. And I appealed to people to help me donate things like pillows, blankets, snacks, toiletries, anything like that. And I thought to myself, no one's going to answer because no one's stupid like me. But then everybody answered. So we do it every month. We do one floor at a time. So this month we're doing the 5th floor and oncology. We've gone all the way down to the 1st floor, and now we're starting back.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So it's a little bit of a hard work, the packing and everything, and getting all the donations and fetching them because it kind of relies only on me. But we do have some people that help hand out, which is a big help. But it's really cool to see the patients and the nurses. And some of the doctors as well that thank us and are so grateful for it. So
I can imagine the spirit of gratitude that comes through that incredible initiative. So yeah, kudos to you. And what do you hope, or rather what story do you hope gets illustrated through your photography? Like, what do you hope that somebody feels through your work?
I hope they feel the passion that I have for the photography and see the real emotion that I see in the people. So there's loads of people, including myself, who think I'm as big as a rhinoceros and I'm hideous and I will jump 40 kilometers out the way before somebody takes a photograph of me. But the truth is you're never going to be more beautiful than you are today. And there is always something that's beautiful about you. And I try and capture that beautiful thing. So say you've got a ginormous arm. I'm not going to now focus on your arm. But there is something absolutely amazingly beautiful about you, and your eyes and stuff tell a story in the photograph. So I want that to come through. And also family photos are a huge importance to me. I lost all my family, so I don't have any family photos. But when I see a big family photo and them looking back at it for years and years, or seeing it in their house blown up huge, it just absolutely brims over my heart, because family is very important. And, you never know when's the last day. So it's always important to take photos.
Oh, man, that's awesome. And lastly, before I do let you go, what advice would you give to an upcoming photographer who is hesitant to start because, for example, of the expensive equipment?
Yes, the expensive equipment is expensive, but you don't have to start off with expensive equipment. You can start off with cheap equipment. My first camera was like 10,000 Rand. And instead of expensive reflectors, I used pieces of polystyrene and whatever. You just make it work. But you have to remember that it is a very difficult trade. It is super oversaturated with everybody and their auntie that thinks that they are photographers. You have to find your lane and believe in yourself and just go with it. You can do it if you want to, but it is going to be difficult. And there will be difficult times, and then there'll be amazing times where everything goes well. But if it's a passion of yours and you're good at it, even if you just start it as a sideline, and as it grows and grows and grows and starts taking over, then you can start doing it permanently.
Right, Donna, thank you so much for joining us on Girl About Town. You are a pleasure to be around.
Thank you.
And your quirky jokes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. That was Donna, a qualified and professional photographer. Definitely worth your while.